What's going on, people? Thanks for subscribing to my channel. The people did. Thanks for watching. A little update on my overweight tickets I got a couple weeks ago in Iowa on the interstate. It was like 89,000 with some change, something like that, almost 10,000 pounds overweight in Iowa. Soon I came on 29. I got pulled over and got pushed in on a scale by the cop. Basically, he pulled me over on a mile marker 8, and I should have got off on a mile marker 10. And the scale was on a mile marker 12, so he pulled me over on the 8 and told me follow him. And we got scaled, and he nailed me for overweight on the drives and overweight on the gross. But Wednesday, I was waiting for the Wednesday. Last Wednesday, I slept all day. And this Wednesday, I says, well, I really got to do this. So I end up calling the judge. Every Wednesday, the Fremont County judge takes phone calls. He didn't give me much of the advice, and he didn't give me much of the info. Excuse me, I just ate the sandwich. Got a hiccups. He gave me options. He says, you either pay the ticket or you either show up to the court. That's all I can tell you, because legally, I can't give you any advice. I said, okay, I understood. So he gave me a phone number for the lawyer. I get a hold of the lawyer, and the lawyer, he gave it to me. He's not actually, he doesn't do traffic violations anymore. So they give me the phone number for the other lawyer. I called her, left her a message. She still didn't call me back. I doubt if she will, because I think I called her once already. So I called numerous lawyers in that county. None of them returned phone calls. And those who do, they don't fight this kind of tickets. So I made the decision. I'm going to go to the court and ask for the forgiveness. If they will forgive me, at least part of it, that would be nice. If they're not, whatever. We're just going to pay it. Otherwise, besides the tickets, I'm in Columbus, if I said that before. I'm going to get unloaded. Tomorrow's Thursday. And hopefully I can make one more round to Kansas and back to Nebraska and be home over the weekend. By the way, things going pretty smooth besides this damn snow this morning. And I slept in a little longer than I should. But I was late to getting unloaded. I wasn't, but I should have gotten loaded a little bit early, and then it kind of killed me on my reload, so I took the short run. It's only, I did have like empty, like 25, 30 miles, and then I got a load. It was only going 239, 235 miles. Depends what route you're gonna take. But the place I got loaded, it's calcium again, but out of Iowa. And they're actually loading quite a bit. They loaded 56,000 pounds. The load before that, I only load salt, road salt. They only loading up to 80,000 pounds if you go in Iowa. If I would again went to Nebraska, they could load me 56, or if I would go to Kansas, they would load me 86,000 pounds. But I end up taking 80 that time. So the reason I'm saying that is important, because everything on the hopper gets paid by the ton. So when I was on my way to get a load of salt, I said, well, that comes out to be pretty good dollar amount. But when I got loaded, I was like, never mind. But still, it's still worth it, I would say. So whatever. But like I said, hopefully I can make it one more round. At this point in time, we're gonna go hit the pillow, go to bed, download this video I recorded. And the crappy part about it, I have to let the truck idle tonight, because it's so damn cold. And just a little bit ago, the snow actually quit. There's a couple cow pods. There's one more truck sitting way over there. Truck stop is right there, Seb Brothers, if somebody's been here before. But I'm at the Walmart because the truck stop is full. I stopped in there, grabbed myself something to eat, drink, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to Walmart, take a nap. That way I can in the morning go get a coffee. And I start paying attention with these damn electronic logbooks, man. The truck stops start filling up fairly damn early, like five, even early, between 4 and 5. If you ride in a truck stop, usually they filled up. Even the small ones on the 2-lane highways outside the interstate. I'm not talking about the ones on the interstate. So this logbook deal, electronic logbook, they enforced it so freaking hard. Another thing I seen it. The guys start driving a hell of a lot faster, and I'm not innocent of that either. I mean, I drive a lot slower with the hopper. There's no rush, but with the cowl pod, I usually do speed limit. So if it's 75, we do 75. Trying to do 72, depends. But with the grain hopper, I slow the hell down. So that we can talk about the positive and negative things about pulling a hopper and pulling a cowl pod. With the hopper, you do get better fuel mileage, and you control your weight on a hopper. With a cattle pod, you don't control your weight, and you get pretty shitty fuel mileage too. The difference between the pace on a cattle and a hopper, not really big, believe it or not. At least the things I did. I mean, it is a difference, but not huge. I don't know. I did it for basically for 2 months, little less than 2 months, hauling cattle, and I kind of got burned out on it. And I'm glad I got this trailer behind me, the grain hopper. I bought it like 3 months ago, so it was sitting at home at the yard, and I said, you know what? I paid money for it. Why not to go work it? Plus, I started getting, like I said, getting burned out on the cattle. Plus, the freaking ticket came in. That kind of kicked my ass, because in reality, you can, if you load cattle, you can't go to the scale and scale. So what, you overweight? You're not going to call the buyer and tell him, like, hey, I'm overweight. Let's unload some off on a sale barn. Guess what? He's going to tell you, it's like, go take a hike, man. I will find somebody else to do this job. You know what I mean? So you can't really control how much you're loading, but you can control how much you load on a grain hopper. And though on the cattle one time in Nebraska, I'm not going to tell you where, I had my own cow pod, bull wagon, whatever you want to call it, and I went early in the morning, at 5:30 in the morning. I got loaded with the fats. They were going to western Nebraska to one of the slaughterhouse. No bullshit, they loaded me with a 72,000 pounds. I was like almost 110,000 pounds, and I told them, I says, hey guys, I saw what I weighed. You guys give me the scale ticket. I says, either unload some off or unload the whole thing. They literally got pissed off at me, and they says, well, you're not going that far, and the pays by the weight. Why you care? You make more money. I says, that is just absolutely stupid to carrying that kind of weight. Let's just unload the whole thing. And well, if we're gonna unload the whole thing, guess what? We never come back here again. We will never load you again. I says, that's fine. I will not take that risk. That was just crazy, too much. And I explained why. The money side of it was good, there's no doubt. I'm talking about that specific time. But what happened if you blow a tire and the tire goes through the floor and kills the cattle? Or God forbid you blow a steer tire and you go in the ditch. The responsibility when you're loading cattle on your trailer, it's on you. If something happens with them, if they lay down, if you broke down and you sat on the side of a road too long, you are 100% responsible. It's either going to come out of your pocket or they will claim it on your insurance. And you do feel that kind of pressure. Another side of the cattle, hauling cattle, if you load them, you gotta go. I mean, you can take a little naps here and there, but you usually gotta go. With a grain hopper on the other side, you get tired, you say piss on it, you just go to bed, and there's nothing critical. There's nothing on life on your trailer. It's usually fertilizer or food ingredients, something like that. There's somewhat critical if it goes to feedlot, if they run out low on a product to feed the cattle, but not as bad as on a cattle. Because if you think about it, the animal has a heart, flowing blood. It can happen. It can get sick. It can lay down, the other cattle can step on it, can get killed, and then you will have to carry responsibility for it. You do carry responsibility for it. So I started thinking about it. It's like the money's not crazy good. I mean, they are somewhat decent on some weeks, on some loads, but the responsibility is just through the roof on it. So it's fun to do it, don't get me wrong. From all the things I did, the cattle is one of my favorite things to do, but not full time. To these guys, to those guys, and that guy, if they do this kind of job full time, man, I respect them, because I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't run it all year round, just make a living by pulling a cow pot. It is tough. I mean, like I said, you start feeling this kind of pressure. And the older I get, I don't want to take as much risk anymore, running through the night, being tired, and go like hell. And since I got a wife and a kid, no, that the family is the most important thing, and I got to take care of myself. And you do it for a little bit, you take a break from it, then you go do it some more, and then you take a break from it. So that's how I look at it. But some guys watching my channel, they do cattle 100%. They probably will understand what I'm talking about. But like I said, I'm a part-time bull hauler, let's say that way. Not a full-time, part-time, and I will admit it. I'm not do fingers like this saying I'm the badass. I just hauling livestock down the road, go like hell. No, I'm not. So I'm a part-timer. But we're gonna go hit the snooze. We're gonna go to bed and wake up in the morning, go get unloaded. So stay tuned. I will record some more videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. And if you guys are interested, leave the comments below.